Hello, and welcome to Social Welfare Policy History, Development, and Analysis. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial of Canvas. If you are already very familiar with Canvas, feel free to skip it over. However, there are a couple of cool things I've included in this course, and I would recommend that you at least take a look at those so that you can see some of the goodies I've offered you here. So this is our homepage. Quick, easy, no problem, right? So if we scroll down here past our lovely pictures and our beautiful, inspiring quotes, I have some things listed down here. Some of them are the same as what's listed up here in the side view. But here I wanted to go over a couple of things that might not be up here. Okay, first we have the course syllabus. That's the same as what's up there. Next we have our assignment list. That is also up there. We also have here notification preferences. This is going to be essential for you as you go through your course. There's at least two things that you'll want to do. Now, you can either click the notification preferences, or you can go over here to the left and click on account. When you click on account, this will come up. And in here, you can click on any of these: profile, settings, notifications, files. Your profile you'll definitely want to go into, and I'll show you just a sec, so that you can upload a picture of yourself for Canvas. That's part of your first assignment. And as you can see in this picture, it's mostly my face. That's what I want to see in your Canvas profile. There are some settings you can play around with. Some of those are fun, some of them aren't. The notifications, though, are an essential part, and so I'm going to show you what those look like right now. So our notification preferences. What we have here are ways that you can be contacted, and for what do you want to be contacted. There's a lot of things that you can be contacted on. So you can get daily summaries, you can get notified right away, you can get weekly summaries, or you can not send me anything. So if there's something due, you just say, I don't care when stuff is due, I'll get it all done way before the class is over. That's the right attitude. Then you can turn that off. Grading policies, when you get grades, when there's an announcement, and this is one that you'll definitely want to click on. When there is an announcement, make sure that you click on this to be notified right away. You want to be notified right away because this is the way that I will communicate with the course at large if necessary. And then, of course, you can get different notifications depending on what it is that you want to do. Grades, when there are discussion posts, when there's conversations, scheduling, all of those things. I know it looks like a lot, but really the big thing you're going to want to look out for is, of course, the announcements. And then I'm sure some of you might care about your grade too. I don't know why, but all right. Then we've got our files. Now this one will be useful for you if you are finding that you're having a hard time turning in assignments. Each student is only given 1 gigabyte of data that they can upload to their Canvas files. So if you find that you're trying to upload an assignment and it's not letting you, go here, go to the files section and delete what might be there from previous courses. Usually that will solve your problem. Here's your settings. So this is where you would click to add a picture. You just click on that and it will change your profile picture. Here you can add emails. If you use emails and you want to get your messages through emails, you can add as many as you like. Actually, I'm not positive on that, but you can add a couple at least. And then there's other contacts. So you can add a phone number here if you prefer getting texts. I'm not sure if it uses things like Snapchat or anything like that, but if you want to get texts, there's a way to get your updates through your texts. All right, let's go back to our home page. Be sure to read the syllabus. There's already a video. Your first assignment goes over the syllabus and some of the things you can expect in the course. Here's a page that I've created for you. It's called Reasoning. And what this is a list of some pictures that I've collected from the internet about different reasoning errors that exist in everyday life. But you find that these reasoning errors are especially prevalent in political life. And it's really important as you go through political arguments. Politics tend to become very heated, but you can always point out flaws if you are familiar with the logical fallacies and the rhetorical fallacies. They're excellent to read and learn about. I would recommend that you look at those, enjoy those, download those if you want. The source is cited on each of them, so I'm not too worried about copyrights or anything like that. All right, software help. This is a really cool one. So, you guys, as students of Weber State, if you have a weber.edu mailbox or email, you can get Microsoft Office complete package absolutely for free. Yeah! Whatever. All you got to do is go to this and follow these instructions, and you're all set. Nice, huh? Mendeley is another software program that I would recommend, especially when you're writing your final paper. Mendeley is a great software for managing and inputting APA references. It is essentially a reference library organizer. So you can find articles of almost any type, put them in there, you can access it online. I highly recommend this particular program. Not that I have stock in it or anything. I use the free version. There is a paid version, but I didn't need it. So you probably wouldn't either. It's a full-featured, just free version. So I recommend using that. And then, of course, if you are interested or so inclined, there is, of course, the APA template as well that you can use that will help put all of your papers in the right spot in APA style. Glossary. This is something for you to look at if you're interested. There's some definitions of some words that you might run into during the course. These are primarily focused on welfare benefits, those kinds of things, and some of the issues that come along with that. But if you run into some of those words that you don't understand, you can always look them up in the glossary. The discussion index, this is the same as what's up here. I don't even know why I have it, to be honest, because going to the discussion index tends to be really, what's the word, scawampus. They're not organized very well in there. Your grades, if you're interested in looking at those, and then of course the anonymous feedback link. If you are interested in giving me feedback on the course, what you like, what you don't like, you can click on this and there's a quick quiz you can follow. There's no grade, doesn't ask for your name. I have no idea who you are. I'm sure there is a way to hack and figure out who you are, but I don't know how to do it, and frankly, I can't be bothered. So if you wanted to do that, you're welcome to. Announcements, this is where my announcements will show up, and hopefully those will reach out to all of you. Where you're going to want to spend most of your time, though, is right here in the Modules button. So if you click on this, this will link you up to all of the assignments that you have to do and all of the different projects and resources that are available to you to make sure that you're well informed and can pass the class. So here's your first assignment, of course, the introduction to the course, introduction to Canvas. This is going to change momentarily into this video. There's a critical thinking extra credit discussion. You're welcome to do that. It's worth 10 points. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. But I think it's pretty cool. Some of my older work. Anyways, Chapter 1, this is your first assignment after introduction to the course, of course. Click on this and you will be linked up to your first assignment. So here's some cool YouTube videos of me explaining the chapter, going over some of the slides on it. And then you have some discussion questions. So here on these discussion questions, just click reply and you can put in your answer to these questions. After you've done that, you'll be able to see all of your peers' responses and you can post on their response to get the rest of your 5 points. The rest of the 10 points that you would do for this assignment. After that, there's articles associated with each chapter to read. So if you click on the article, there's a link within the article, and it's really big, you can't miss it. Just click on that and it'll ask you to download the article. You can read it, answer the questions. On the article discussions, you do not have to respond to your peers. Likely many of the answers to your questions will be very similar, so don't bother. Okay, next, you'll see some links here. These are links to external sites that may or may not be useful to you. In the first 2 modules, I do recommend that you at least check each of these out. Fixing Broken Social Systems is an excellent TED Talk on some of the ways in which our social systems are kind of broken, because we send people out there to work and they spend most of their time working on the system instead of working on their clients. The NASW Code of Ethics, something I highly recommend that you read. And then you'll see these chapter supplemental interview videos. This leads to a website that is a supplemental website for this course. And there's some interesting interview videos. Use them if you like. And then we have here the Janssen Social Work Policy Analysis, Advocacy, Policy and Advocacy, PowerPoint. So this is the actual PowerPoint for the first lesson. This is a summary of the book itself. Now, this can be very useful, but it's not going to give you the full picture. One of the things I recommend for your studying is that you would look at the PowerPoint, you would look at the summary, and then you look at the book. If you do that, you can skim through the book and you'll get a pretty good idea of what the book is trying to say. And that will save you some time. And then these, the WE files, these files are web exercises. So you can click on those and those will typically lead to advocacy group websites. It will lead to different things that you can do online to help you research your paper. This is not required, but there is one associated with every chapter. And you will see that this pattern will follow its way all the way through each of the modules. At the end of module 1 is a test. You will need to finish all of that before you're able to move on to the next module. But there it is. So hopefully that gives you everything you need to know about the course. Really, if you spend most of your time here working your way through the modules, that should lead you to the end of the course and you'll be all finished right before the 17th when it's all due. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, enjoy the course.